The road to retirement in the 21st century no doubt looks different than our grandparents and parents planned. There are ways to build a healthy retirement, and here with those ways to help you better prepare. It's today's Your Dime sponsor, Rooted Wealth Advisors. And Duke Smith, Chief Retirement Strategist, is back. Welcome back.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Okay, so a lot of people looking forward to that day when they can retire. However, that road to retirement looks a little differently today. How so?
Yeah, when we think about the road for maybe your parents or grandparents, might have looked a little bit different than people today's retirements might. Maybe they had a pension, they would have had Social Security, and then any of their extra savings that they had of their own, maybe some of their own personal investments. Well, that was just a little bit extra, but today things look a little bit different.
So how are we going to navigate that road to retirement with all of those things that we need to be thinking about?
So when we think about having pensions today, there's less and less companies offering them, especially in the private sector. Being in Champaign, there's quite a few university employees. They'll have the CSRS pension, and maybe there's teachers out there listening or different government employees that have those pensions, but as far as the private sector go, there's less and less pensions. And then from there, when we think about Social Security system might not always be in the best shape. If you've checked those statements, there's a little message on there that talks about if things continue the way they're headed today, the Social Security Trust Fund will run dry. At that point, they'll only be able to pay out a certain percentage of the benefits that are being paid out today. So it starts to put a lot more pressure on that third leg of this three-legged stool we think about when it comes to retirement income. Puts a lot more pressure on those personal savings. And for most folks, their area of expertise during their career wasn't being a financial advisor, but yet this weight is really put on their shoulders to make sure that they manage that bucket correctly.
Yeah, we're looking right there at some of the tips that you were talking about. Personal savings. Talk to me about that.
So you may have something like a 401k through work, or if you're at the university, a 403b or 457. That's really going to be a tax-deferred investment. Maybe you have a Roth side to it, which would be tax-free. But if you're getting an employer match, you're going to want to go ahead and make sure you're at least taking care of that and getting that employer match, because it's going to be free money, a little extra to add to that savings bucket.
Well, and unfortunately, we don't have our crystal ball to tell us how many days we have left here on Earth, but life expectancy is also something that you need to take into consideration when planning for your retirement.
Yeah, life expectancy has been on the rise over the last handful of years, and I think it's something we're going to continue to see as medical advances continue. So healthcare is one thing that we're going to have to plan for, and a potential roadblock into the future. So that's going to be potentially one of our biggest expenses in retirement. And if we're planning on retiring before 65, we got to figure out how we're going to have health care until we hit that Medicare age, which is 65.
Yeah, you just mentioned roadblocks, life expectancy being possibly one of them. What are some other roadblocks that we need to think about?
Potentially, you know, if you have to retire early, you want to retire early, like I said, planning for that health care, maybe having some risk in the market, having some market corrections, or even a recession in the near future is something we have to be thinking about and planning for.
Delaying retirement might also be an option.
Yeah, that's one way you could avoid some of those roadblocks. You know, if we're worried about having enough savings, well, by delaying retirement a few years, it lets our Social Security step up a little bit, as well as gives us a few extra years to grow those retirement savings and add some more contributions to it. So that's a good way that we can start to avoid some of those roadblocks.
Well, and maybe if you start planning now, early retirement might be something you can look forward to.
Yeah, the earlier we can plan, the better off we'll be in the long run.
Yeah, and you've actually got a guide put together for people to maybe kind of start the planning and start figuring those things out.
Yeah, so they can download this free guide by going to retirement.com.
Yeah, Rooted Road and then the number 2, retirement.com is where everyone can get their free copy of those tips.
Yep.
And we appreciate you being here and sharing all that information.
Yep, thanks for having us.
I know lots of people look forward to that day when they can retire, and there's a look at the Rooted Wealth Advisors website and how you can get your copy of their guide. We'll have on CILiving.tv.